As I'm making more work about animals, I've been focusing on areas of conflict, specifically between us and non-human animals. But the type of conflict I've been interested in is about how our decisions to help them can give solutions and new problems. Naturally, I've been interested in animal testing and the food industry, but this year I've been really interested in zoos. And there's a story that caught my attention from about 10 years or so ago, and it's about a giraffe called Marius. He was living in Copenhagen Zoo, young and healthy, but unfortunately for him, there were enough giraffes there already, therefore he needed to leave. Now, the idea of having animals as large as giraffes in zoos is already contentious, but the reason I say it's unfortunate he needed to leave was due to how he left. Warning, this next part is just a bit horrible. Marius was shot in the head with a bolt gun. He was killed instantly. This happened in 2014, and I read about it a couple of years after, when my anti-zoo feelings were kind of at an all-time high. So it wasn't until I revisited the story a couple of years ago that I took time to learn why they thought this was a good idea. Basically, good zoos do what they can to help animals, but helping animals is complex. Part of helping them means breeding them so they have reserve populations in case a species goes extinct in the wild, which does happen. Zoos around the world help each other do this because they need to create as much genetic diversity as possible to help the reserve populations stay healthy. Here comes the problem with Marius. He was a young, healthy male that could have been bred, but according to the zoo at the time, there were enough males that shared Marius's genetics in that program, so he was considered surplus. That's important because there were other zoos that had the space for Marius that were willing to take him, but the Copenhagen Zoo refused. Instead, they saw Marius as an opportunity to educate the public on giraffe anatomy, their own practices, and to use his meat to feed the lions there. That's why he was shot. Injecting chemicals would have made the meat inedible for the lions. So as you can imagine, there was a lot of uproar about this, and there still are a lot of conflicting feelings about what the best action there would have been. I have my own feelings about this that are quite strong, but the more I understand about the reasons for the death of Marius, the more I'm aware I don't know what needs to be considered when these kind of decisions are made. But I want to learn. So over my next few videos, I'm going to talk with experts in zoos to learn more about the decisions they make for the animals in their care. I hope you watch and learn with me, and now, hopefully, you know a little bit more about Marius.